This is, again, a very challenging question because we see, for example, even in Europe, we see very different situations. Just think about France, where it is a lot more usual that kids go to kindergarten, all-day care, and that allows a lot more female scientists in France to follow their passion for science. But this is a societal issue, and we, as, for example, AIT, as a employer for female and male scientists and engineers, we cannot change much of the traditional role that people see in a family and the way it is distributing the tasks within a family, childcare, household, all these things. And it's changing again slowly, but it is at least something where with the next generations of young folks coming, having a very different attitude also towards the classical role models. If I just look at our own research group, there are more male scientists, young family fathers that are willing to compromise, that are willing to take the role also as a father more seriously. And we as a company have even offered special incentives to encourage fathers to stay at home and not just use their own vacation time, but we chip in some extra weeks. And so this is something that is by a single measure cannot be changed by a single measure. So it's a whole set of elements that we are trying to implement. And it's mostly also encouraging females to be more self-confident in a way also, because this is another consequence of this role model, that when you pose a call for an open position, we take great care that it is formulated in a way that not only men who always think they can do everything, but also female that need a lot more self-convincing moments to apply for a position, for an announced position. But once we have this, at least by the simple control over the wording, over the definition of what the tasks will be, make sure that we get at least those who potentially are interested in application, get them to apply. And then once we have them on board, with special care for the onboarding, once we have them on board, try all we can to make it more compatible with running a family, a young family. We see some good trends by the bad pandemic consequences, but with the home office that was helping so that they could share better to take care of the children, for example, take care of the running a family, and at the same time get the job done. So in that sense, there is always a whole set of measures that we try to implement, that we have to implement, that we constantly also monitor. Do these measures have an impact? Does it improve? And we have just recently, for example, implemented a special coaching program for scientist project leaders to become trained in go to also challenges that are beyond running a project, going into a more responsible position, sort of climbing up the career ladder and encouraging female in particular that they can do it.